Steph Curry has agreed to a 1-year extension that will pay him $62.6 million and will keep Curry under contract through the 26-27 season. That's great news for Warrior fans. 24-25, that's this coming season, 25-26, and 26-27. So Curry is signed for at least 3 more seasons. He is, what is Steph, 36? Maybe someone in the chat knows how old Steph Curry is. I think he's 36 if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull that up here and I'll take a quick peek. Steph Curry is, how old is Steph? Anybody? Let's see. I'm just looking here at his age. Pretty sure he's 36. Yeah, 49er media says 36. Thank you, guys. So Steph's 36. He turns 37 some point during the season. I know his birthday is always during the season. So 37, 38, 39 years old. Takes him through age 39 with the Warriors. Sounds to me like Steph is going to want to retire with Golden State. I think he could probably play. I think Steph could play till 41, 42. Maybe he's not the dynamic player at 40, 41, 42. Probably won't be, but he could be like Ray Allen was. His shot is not going to go away. He may be a guy in his 40s that gives you 20 to 24 minutes a game, but still puts up 20 points a game with his three-point shooting. That shot's not going to go away, guys. What will go away is maybe his ability a little bit to create his own shot at that age, but you can set screens for him and have him be wide open in the corners or wherever. He'll probably still be running around at 40 plus like he is now, running all over the court, but probably just not as many minutes is my guess. I don't think Steph's done in 3 years, unless he says they win a championship and he wants to retire and go play on the golf tour, PGA senior. What do you got to be a senior PGA golf tour? Is it 50? I could see Steph having a career in golf with the PGA senior tour. Heck, I wouldn't put it past Steph at age 40, early 40s, to go and practice golf as rigidly as he practices his basketball skills and tries to, play in a PGA tournament in his mid 40s. The guy's, he's a great athlete, and don't ever underestimate his mind, his will. Steph Curry is one of a kind. In fact, guys, we kind of had this conversation at one point after the Olympics. I brought it up. Where does Steph Curry, who's on your Mount Rushmore in NBA history? I mean, it's MJ, right? Probably LeBron. Now we got 2 other guys. Is it Jabbar? Is it Chamberlain? Is it Larry Bird? Is it Magic? Is it Kobe? Tim Duncan? Is it Steph? I'll tell you what, there's no question that Steph's in the top 10, and he's knocking the door down for top 5, I think, if he's not already there. I think he's done more for the game than Magic. Never had this kind of shot. Magic was unbelievable. Showtime Lakers, with his ability to rebound and take the ball downhill all the way down and then, either lay it up or throw some kind of pass left, right, behind his back. Magic was before his time. Unbelievable. Loved Magic Johnson. He might be there's no question in my mind that the best point guard as far as debate comes down to Magic Johnson and Steph Curry. I don't think you put anybody else in that two for the best point guard of all time. And that's what sports is. It's opinions, and we waver back and forth, and you can't say, well, there's evidence that this shows perfect. It's not like math where it's, 2 + 2 is 4, and that's a fact, right? We don't know who the best all-time point guard is. You talk to 100 people, you might get a split, 50-50. I don't know. For my money, for what Steph's doing, I'm going to elevate him over Magic. I had Magic prior to the Olympics, but that performance of the Olympics, those final 2 games when the USA needed Steph to get them to the finals and help them win the finals, unbelievable. I'd love to hear your guys' comments on this. Who's your Mount Rushmore with the NBA? Who's your all-time top 4 Mount Rushmore? I think you got to put LeBron on there. I can't, as much as I've not been a LeBron fan, I watched him and rooted for him for the first time in my lifetime. I don't have no career. What am I saying? My lifetime. As a fan, the first time I ever rooted for LeBron was this Olympics. I don't remember much in the previous Olympics. I don't think he played in the last one. In the previous one, but this one I was engaged in, probably because Steph was playing, and I wanted it really bad for Steph. I like 49er Media says Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, and then no idea. Okay. Kobe, yeah, you can argue that Kobe's there, but Shota, MJ, Bron, Russell, Kareem, or Wilt. Bill Russell, yeah, won a lot of championships with Boston. If you count championships, if that's your criteria, he's definitely got to be on there. But I don't think as a player he was as good as Jabbar. I'm looking here, trying to see if anybody else has got some for. Ryan says Steph, MJ, Bron, and Magic. Okay. Yeah, it's does anybody okay. Ryan's not picking Jabbar or Bird. Okay. Hard to argue with Jabbar, who was the all-time leading scorer before Bron broke his record. Jabbar was amazing. Chamberlain was probably one of the most dominant players ever, but he played in a different era when there wasn't many people like him. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had that sky hook, and he was a great passer. But I'll tell you a name. He's not he's not on the all-time top 10 of anybody's list. But I'm going to give you guys a name that, had it not been for injuries, and if he played like he did in his one championship year, I believe it was 1977. If you watch this man play in 1977, and if he continued on that trajectory for the rest of his career, injuries killed him, slowed him down, and he wasn't the player. But I will tell you one player that I believe would have been a top 5 player and maybe the greatest center of all time had he not had the injuries was Bill Walton. Go back and watch Bill Walton in 1977 with the Portland Trail Blazers. The guy was unbelievable. Unbelievable. He did everything. Pass, shoot, rebound, block shots. Bill Walton was a dynamic player, and he was an all-time great if not for the injuries he suffered, the ankles, the knees. He just had lower extremity issues, down knees and joints. Man, it was just too bad because he was unbelievable at UCLA and basically won the Portland Trailblazers their only NBA title. 77, I want to say it was. But what a player. And rest in peace, Bill Walton. What a guy, too. Loved Bill, loved his stories, the Grateful Dead. Bill Walton, a legend. If you love basketball, pure basketball, you would have loved watching Bill Walton in his prime play. He was just the epitome of a basketball player, a real team player. Guys, so what else we got to cover around the NBA or football? Let me just take a quick peek at my phone here. I've been busy this morning. See if there's any headlines we missed. The biggest story, Bay Area-wise, as we mentioned earlier, Steph Curry signing the 1-year, $62.6 million extension. What else we got? We covered the